I'm Ranger Erin. Welcome to Wednesday Wonders. So in today's wonder, we're going to be asking the question of what is the spring equinox? So tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to be having our spring equinox, and that is the beginning of spring, the official start of springtime, all over the northern hemisphere. So what does that word equinox mean? It really means equal night and day. So when we're talking about the spring equinox, it's that moment, just a moment, when the sun is directly over the equator. And we'll take a moment in our classroom to see just how that works. In order to talk about the spring equinox, we're going to use our globe to demonstrate how that Earth is tilted in comparison to the sun that it revolves around. So our globe is just a representation of the Earth. So we've got all the different parts here. We're going to keep track of where we are. That little star right there, that's Louisville, Kentucky. We're located in North America, which is in the northern hemisphere. So the other continents that are also going to be in the northern hemisphere, same thing going on with them. This is Asia. Over here connected to that, that's Europe. The northern half of Africa is also in the northern hemisphere. And then on the southern hemisphere, we've got that southern half of Africa. We've got South America, Australia, and then all the way on the bottom, Antarctica. And remember, we'll keep track of us, the star, Louisville, Kentucky. I set up the globe so that there's more sunshine falling on the northern hemisphere. Remember that star right there, that's us in Louisville. So if we've got more sunlight shining on us, more sunlight means more heat. This is summer right up here. And right down below here, this equator, the imaginary line that runs all the way around the Earth, and below that, the southern hemisphere, where they're not getting very much sun. So at the same time, we're having summer, they're having winter. Right now, the way that our globe, our Earth, is positioned around the sun, the southern hemisphere down here is getting more sunlight. Remember, more sunlight means more heat, means summer. But up here at the north, at the same exact time, they're not getting a lot of sunlight, not getting a lot of heat. That's us right there, that little star. This is winter time. So while we're in the north having winter, down here in the south, they're having summer. But eventually, as that spring equinox comes through, that sun's going to pass right over the equator. That's this imaginary line that goes all the way around the Earth. That's that moment of the equinox. So when we have the spring equinox, that's when we're going from winter into summer. Or when we're talking about the fall equinox, that's that summer going into winter as we pass over that equator. My first assignment for you on the spring equinox is going to be to figure out how much daylight we're going to have tomorrow on the spring equinox. So our sunrise, that moment when the sun comes up just above the land and starts to shine on Louisville, that's going to be at 7:43 a.m. Our sunset, when the sun goes below the edge of the horizon, below the edge of the land, that's going to be at 7:55 p.m. And you're going to figure out how much daylight is going to happen between 7:43 a.m. and 7:55 p.m. That's going to be our spring equinox daylight time, and that's a really useful thing that you can do anytime you plan a backpacking trip or a canoeing trip. You want to know how much daylight you have in order to make sure that you have enough time to make it to your campsite before the sun goes down. Don't forget that there's 24 hours in a day and 60 minutes in an hour. My next assignment for you is going to be to look for some signs of spring. Remember, the start happens tomorrow, so we'll be officially in spring, and spring has already started to wake up all around you. So no matter where you are, whether all you can do is look out your window to a sidewalk, maybe you have a backyard you can get into, maybe you can even take a trip to your local park. I'm going to ask you to spend 5 minutes just listening and looking for signs of spring. You can write it down, all the different things that you see in here. You can draw a picture, maybe even make a video. You're going to look for all the signs of spring that you can see, whether it be spring peepers peeping in the background. Maybe it'll be a turtle or a snake finding a warm spot in the sun to wake up from their long winter sleep. Maybe it'll just be some birds building a nest. You're going to write down all the different signs of spring that you can see. And then if you want to, you can keep in touch with me. So you can post what you found in the comments below. You can send them to me at my email at ekinnetz@21cparks.org. I look forward to seeing all the different things that you found out, and I'll see you next time.